Okay. Good morning, people. So we're going to be taking a little break from Stranded Deep because this released recently, like literally a few days ago. And it seemed very interesting. People are akinning it to, or likening it to a love letter, so to speak, to a combination of the remake of Resident Evil 2 as well as the early days of Silent Hill. So I haven't watched any actual gameplay of it. That's just what people are hyping it up to be, based on like what they've seen in trailers and such. So I wanted to give it a shot, obviously, considering that the Resident Evil marathon is going on. So this is Daymare 1998, and hopefully it's a bit of a good old spook. I specifically didn't want to look up too many images or reviews or anything because obviously when you're wanting to get spooked, you don't want to know what's coming. So give this bad boy a little trial run and maybe do a full series of it down the road. Let's begin. Okay, bit of a delayed reaction to me pushing the button there. Options, audio. I hopefully don't have to modify the sounds too much to hear myself over this game. Brightness. I guess default it. Vibration. Why would that be off? Fuck it. I mean, if it's off by default, I'm assuming they have a good reason. Extras. Okay. Sorry, I didn't realize that there would be there's a serious delay in feedback whenever I push buttons. Let's get into it. Daymare. A hardcore mode that will make you hate the developers of Daymare. The Dark Lady. We're gonna go with normal. Manual aim is fine. Till the image is barely visible. Well, that's about... It looks like about an 8 to me. Because if I do that, it's like not even there, so... Yeah, about an 8. Subtitles, HUD ammo might be useful. Vibration... Let's do vibration. Vibrations are always good. Sure. Confirm. That took a bit longer to get started than I expected, but let's fucking do it. Several hours have gone by since communications with Aegis Laboratory have been cut off. Now 2 teams of highly trained Hades, Hexacore Advanced Division for Extraction and Search, operatives are called out to investigate. Their missions find the missing researchers who seemingly vanished without a trace. Excuse me. And retrieve sensitive, highly classified materials for a clandestine branch of the U.S. government. Tasked with gaining access to the lower levels of the lab. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be to the lower levels. Special Agent Leave barges into, or it could be Liev. I don't know if he's, you know, he doesn't necessarily have to like adhere to the rules of English. Barges into the second service entrance, and it is there that he discovers the security system has initiated a facility-wide quarantine, automatically shutting everyone in and serving as a warning to would-be invaders that some kind of experiment has gone horribly, horribly wrong.
All that matters on the chessboard are good moves and the actions you take to achieve this result. What I do is bide in the shadows, where I can strategically exploit the most vulnerable pawns. But this time had to be different. This time, I had to involve my hand directly. But let's get things in the right order. So I began the first phase of my plan.
Where's your king piece?
Requesting the evacuation of all remaining personnel. Code Blue, repeat, this is a Code Blue emergency. Please respond, anyone, please. My name is Rebecca Jordan. Doctor, the Aegis Medical Facility on the North Pole Islands. We have a problem of some magnitude here. There's a situation in the building that requires... There's been a terrible mishap. I think we get exposed to some kind of gas, a corrosive agent that latches onto the lungs, warping people inside. Can anyone hear me? Don't stay here, please!
I say again, we are at Code Blue. Squad my colleagues freaked out. Attack me! I thought I'd roll the dice on whatever this contagion is and kill someone, but I don't know how long this channel will stay open. The security base triggered some sort of facility lockdown. I was at full quarantine and in fact I fear it.
Chapter 1. Signal
That
lost.
transmission was the last communication out of Aegis' laboratory 12 hours ago. The latest mission parameters are courtesy of our friends over at the DOD. It seems the corrosive agent in question is actually the same experimental gas you've been ordered to retrieve. Only problem is, they forgot to mention in the initial brief that it's also a new type of chemical weapon that kills almost everyone it afflicts. Rest assured, all entrances and exits to the building were automatically sealed at the first sign of a breach, which is standard security protocol when these mishaps occur. Your teams will infiltrate the facility as such. Epsilon, you'll enter via the central lobby on the second level, which serves as the main access point, and edge your way to the laboratory. Delta, you will simultaneously sweep through the lower levels where the main laboratory is located. According to our intel, the basement is where the so-called gas leak occurred, so proceed cautiously. Be advised, this operation's status has been raised to priority red. Repeat, priority red. You all know what that means. This won't be the simple snatch and grab you were initially led to believe. Good luck, gentlemen. Now get in there to show us what you're made of. That hell is truly the House of Hades. HQ out.
Priority red. You do understand that this assignment could be our last. Well, you know, if I were a betting man, I think I'd bet that the odds of making it home in one piece are a lot better with you on the battlefield.
Is this guy supposed to be Hunk?
That's if, you know, Gomer Pyle doesn't put us down first.
Just shut the fuck up, Leaf. Goddamn motor mouth.
Okay, so it is
Don't
Lee.
let him get to you, kid. That shipwreck squawks at anyone with a bigger stick, which is pretty much everyone. Never should have pulled his ass out that fire back in Bloom in '94.
Thanks, Hayden. Understood, Major. Get it? I mean, I don't know. Maybe I should just let the past go.
Romero 4 Golf, this is HQ. We hold you on gadget and show you entering the airspace above the island. You should be within visual range of Aegis at any moment. Over.
HQ, this is Sandman Actual. In descent for November Foxtrot, India. Standing by for mission go.
Sandman Actual, this is HQ. You are mission go. Authentication Echo Golf 394 at time 0227 Zulu. Out. We are mission go. This is the second platform. And the end of the line for you, lead. Green will infiltrate the laboratory via the third platform. After that, Raven and I will hold position at the external loading bay and remain on alert 5 to pick you rubber suckers up upon completion. At which point, we'll regroup on platform 2. Keep your comms clear as a precautionary measure. Over.
Roger that. Comms clear. En route to primary objective. Over and out.
So do we get like armored gas masks or something? Because I feel like we need something that literally cannot be broken if we're talking about a corrosive gas. Just gonna throw that out
HQ
there.
here. Unlock codes received. We are remotely overriding the service access to Aegis Station. As explained during the brief, the data interchange device is still being tested for
Ammo?
field use. Nevertheless, it will become your most important resource, allowing you to manage weapons, consumable. Consult maps, health state, and above all, allow you to interact with any type of electronic device. Over.
No alterations detected. Does that imply that I can be infected? With knowledge that this place is contaminated, I probably should have my gun out. So why is my gun not out? Oh, I have a flashlight. There we go. Yeah. I gotta check corpses. Ooh, doggy. Ugh. L to jog. Sprint while jogging. Okay, so this game has like a... It's a bit faster to move this way, but it doesn't take stamina. And they have this takes stamina! Oh shit.
Sandman to Agent Leave. Judging from the fragments of video we pulled from surveillance, it appears that several tanks labeled CSR-3 have already been attached to the main hoisting unit. I'll say I'll stand by at the main doors to the freight elevator. Over.
Liev here. Copy that. Objective confirmed.
So are you
Looks
Liev
like
or are
the
you
contagion
Liev?
leaked out from a couple tanks crammed into the area. There are also sure signs of a firefight and explosive residue. Proceeding with the mission. Over.
Okay. Oh, you did. GK-22 hollow points. Is that a different kind of ammo? Yes, it is. Also, I notice I have 3 weapon slots and only 2 weapons. Definitely has the right atmosphere going for it. The question is, how spooky is it going to get when I actually see enemies? Climb up in the back of the truck. Oh. That might be my first enemy right there. Or it's just a skeleton, I can't tell. Oh, is that a dude?
It's about time you guys got here. You're with emergency response, right?
That's right, Agent Liev. How's the leg?
Ugh, it hurts like hell. But I'll be alright. Can't move very far, though.
That's unfortunate. Listen, I need to search this place for survivors. I'll come back for you as soon as I can.
Survivors? Yeah, well, good luck with that. Anyway, I'll be waiting here. I just need to rest my eyes a little.
Okay. Oh, because it wanted me to put him down. Okay. Oh, that sounds annoying. So if I do the fast reload, the magazine that I currently have in the gun just gets dropped. So be very careful with my bullets. I'm like, okay, I'm done talking to him, why can't I move? And it's like, oh, because the game wanted me to fucking put him down. Hello? Oh, that's my own footsteps on this thing. Oh shit. That kind of spooked me a little.
Liev to Mission Control, Sandman. I made contact with an Aegis worker. I followed the protocol. I'm now heading to the control room to begin loading procedures. Over.
Copy that. This all brings back memories from '94. Especially that day when you opened fire on all those poor, innocent people. Or what was left of them. Don't you remember?
Orders are orders, Major, and those innocent people weren't exactly civilians. When you finally get your ass out of that chopper and onto the battlefield, we'll talk about it. Proceeding to objective. Over.
Sandman's never actually been on the battlefield. He's never seen monsters. Obviously, this team deals with this kind of shit on the reg. Also, I don't like that this game made me literally put a bullet
Someone must
into a
have had a
regular
lot of
dude.
fun down here.
Restore power first. So, I wonder how I saved the game. Because earlier I checked this and it didn't see anything. File. Admiral's Diary, August 1945. Honor, a word the Allied forces will never understand. Thousands of innocent souls in seconds destroyed by the U.S. atomic bomb. Not those of soldiers, not those of men who made a choice to fight and sacrifice themselves in service of our great nation, but those of Pacific civilians who lived in those cities now totally cancelled. Women and children, our families are gone, obliterated by their desire for dominance, by the desire to show the world the strength of their science, the atomic bomb. Another time has come to show them the strength of our science. It took years of hardship to develop terrible weapons, but the worst is we could imagine arrived simply by chance. We had chosen to keep the Scourge, our worst discovery, a secret because it was too inhuman ever for Unit 74, where men were granted the luxury of releasing the darkness of their spirits, a weapon too inhuman even for war. But not too inhuman for those Western people who've lost all traces of honor with the push of a button. The men of this crew, the father and sons now deprived of their loved ones, have renamed it Shujin, the condemnation. The world literary works and histories will remember the people behind the atomic bomb as villainous and blatant, a mass genocide that will tarnish their conscience forever. But this is not enough, not for us, not for the families they canceled in 1 second. Perseverance is better than defeat. The new emperor ordered that Shujin be spread over the enemy, a divine, noiseless wind, but extremely lethal. Our condemnation will tear their hearts out and lead them on a path to the same suffering we are experiencing. We departed from Tokyo a few hours ago and expect a long journey to the American coast where the plague will be unleashed and a story out of their science fiction novels will run its course. At this very moment, a second I-400 of the glorious Japanese Imperial Navy should be leaving Osaka, ready to deliver the second and last reserve of the plague to a top-secret location in Germany. Unit 74 no longer exists, swept away by a 20-kiloton blast, but its creation is more alive than ever, and it could still shift the balance of power in the world in our favor. We must do everything we can and leave the rest to fate. Admiral Shinji M. The rest is illegible. Okay, so some backstory. Ooh, looks like a healing thing. In order to use an item, you must first select it from a quick slot submenu. Hold down the use item button to use the selected consumable. Using an item will cause the character's status to temporarily change. Using an item may also increase the overdose value of the character. When it reaches a certain level, it starts damaging the character over time. When the character is not affected by any changed status, the overdose value will slowly decrease over time. Okay, so I can overdose on healing items. It's kind of like Silent... No, not... I was about to say Silent Hill, but no, that's not it. It was fucking... Shit, what was it? Evil Within. Healing... Like, the best healing item in Evil Within was you would, like, lose your senses for a second. It actually would be almost detrimental to use it in the middle of combat. Okay. 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 I wasn't expecting that kind of a heads-up display when I pressed that button. It actually looks like the game autosaves, so I might just need to rely on those for when I finally decide to call it. Because I do need to keep track of my time. But as I said, this game is very good on the atmosphere so far. As I said, I have to see whether or not enemies actually feel like a threat. But considering how much I have to keep track of in terms of my survival, it might be pretty scary. I imagine my first enemy will be introduced with a cutscene, so I don't know why I keep checking every corner, but you never know. Gonna restore power now, and then the enemies will show up, right? I read your file, Kevin, and your resume is quite impressive. Despite your age, it seems you've already installed and maintained your share of sophisticated equipment that most techs here don't even know exist. Now, I'm not trying to scare you, but I want you to know exactly what you're getting into. I heard you asked a coworker what kind of research is being conducted here. If I had to hazard a guess, it must involve the UFO they found off the coast of this island. These scientists are clearly seeking ways to permanently alter the human genome to create superhuman alien hybrids. Joking, obviously, but this is a top-secret government facility, and the suits here won't resist to lock you up and throw away the key if you give them a reason to. Places like this naturally employ state-of-the-art computer systems and machinery that go well beyond the scope of most technicians. Lucky for you, the thermoelectric generators, although extremely powerful, are very simple to use via an interface. The only real hurdle you will come across is the odd time when a power outage occurs. In this situation, all you need to do is find a PC to check which area is shorted out, as indicated by a flashing red dot. Unfortunately, the repair process isn't automatic, so you have to restore power automatically using the control panel to bypass the areas marked in red, which will turn green if you are successful. Just follow the instructions on screen, and I'm sure there won't be any problems, but if you run into something serious, give me a call and I'll send someone down to help you. Don't forget that loose lips sink ships. Welcome aboard and good luck. Mick O'Hagan, Chief Maintenance Officer. Thank you, Mick. Remember to pull it. Pull what? My leg? You joking? That was a creepy sound just now. Okay, so what? RH, SR, SR, SS, LA, CR, CR, so okay, that wasn't too hard of a puzzle. It really wouldn't even let me activate the things that didn't work. Hello? Oh!
What the hell are these things?
Okay. So I can't just reload on a whim. Gotta remember that. Can't just toss my ammo away. Also want to maintain fully automatic weapons for emergencies. And there's a lot more than just one. I figured my first enemy would be introduced by a cutscene, but clearly I was wrong. I mean, so far it's just 3 bullets to put you back down. That's not so bad. Who else wants to get up? Huh? You? Okay. Can I refill the magazine? Or is that what you're trying to tell me? You alive? Hey? Hey? You're alive. almost feel like this game needs a stomp mechanic like Dead Space. Power fail detected. Cargo start recovery process? Yes.
Agent Leave, Sandman here. The external bulkheads are opened up. Head back to the cargo bay and activate the freight elevator from there. Over.
Oh shit. Can't reload an empty magazine. Fuck.
There's something down below. It looks like a huge submarine with markings that resemble biohazard symbols, and could the flag really be Japanese?
Focus on the mission, Agent. I don't care what titter-ridden cow curdles the milk those pasteurizing big shots call us in to mop up. Time is running out. Get your ass on the objective. Over.
It looks like it just checkpointed, I'm assuming. So we're gonna go ahead and stop right here for now. This game's kind of spooky. It's got a little bit of spooks. A little bit of spooks going on, you know. A little bit of a spook. I like it. I like it so far. I can't really say the movement feels all that great. Like, it's kind of heavy. I like that. Yeah, like eventually my character itself moves so slow that if I turn the camera, I can actually spin faster than he turns, so it kind of like bugs out like, "Fuck, what? You're over there?" Yeah, like it's my character. I feel like you understand what I mean, but like it feels heavy. Like I don't even think that upping my sensitivity would do something about this. But you know what? It's okay. I'll deal with it. So we'll pick this up again another time. But right now, I gotta go. Unfortunately, this has been interesting, though.